What's up, Pink Tea Squad? Welcome to my channel. This is my first video on my channel of reviews. This is Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 10, Episode 1. So let's get into the show. We start off with the intro, okay? It went by pretty fast. Before I knew it, it was over. So, yeah, I had to rewind it, look at it again, you know. But I liked it. It could have been longer. I like the old song better, but I guess this one will do. I like this one too, I guess. So then we start off with a snippet of Rashida, Yandy, and Safari with their families, you know, playing with their kids, talking to their loved ones. Then we go to Yandy and Mendeecees. Yandy and Mendeecees has moved to the ATL, y'all. Yes. I love Yandy. She's my type of girl. So I'm gonna miss her on Love and Hip Hop New York, but I think her moving to Atlanta was a wonderful ideal, I guess, for her and her family, because Mendeecees has been to prison and he doesn't want his children to grow up in his footsteps and to get into any kind of trouble that he got in growing up. So they moved to the ATL for a better life, and kudos to them for that. Um, then Yandy and her father and her cousin have a conversation because they're concerned about Yandy protesting for the death of Breonna Taylor, which we all know was very sad and unfortunate. But I love Yandy for the work that she's out there doing for the people, and I commend her on that. But she does need to be safe. You know, she's been maced by the police and she's been to jail twice. So, yeah, they just concerned and want her to be safe while she's out there. Then we move on to the new girl, Young Baby Tate. Now, I love her name, and I also like the outfit that she had on. She was skating at Cascades with her friends, and she had on a nice little romper. It was a cute outfit, but I didn't like her weave. That wig she had on was atrocious with them baby hairs. They need to stop that because that's not cute. If you're gonna have baby hairs, make sure it's your real hair, or that it looks real at least. I'm gonna need them to stop it. So she says her music on Instagram and TikTok is doing wonderful. Good for her. I never heard of her before, but I guess I'll check out her music, see what she's about. Um, then she tells us about her mom is a famous singer named Dion Ferris. At first, I didn't know who she was, but then I realized who she was. She's the lady that sings the song on Love Jones soundtrack, which is "They Say I'm Hopeless. It's a penny with a hole in it, penny, penny with a hole in it, yeah, yeah, yeah." That's my song. Okay, I didn't know that was her mom that sang that. And yeah, I love Love Jones, so I knew that song right away. Then we go to Bam and Scrappy. Bam is putting her baby down for a nap because it's nap time, so she can have some girl time with the girls and chill with Erica and Sierra. So they come over, and Bambi says that she got pregnant when she was in Arizona at the couples retreat with Scrappy. They had some good times, fun nights, got it on, and now she's pregnant with baby number 3. And I'm happy for them. Kudos to y'all. Then Erica says that it was hard having her baby and the world stopping with coronavirus and getting married and everything. It was hard, and she didn't know it was gonna be that hard. And yes, girl, it was hard for us all. Okay. So then Bam says she's on baby number 3 and that it's a lot. You know, Scrappy don't help her as much as he should, which we can understand that would be a lot for anyone. So Erica also says that it's hard being married, having a baby. And Safari isn't helping her as well. So then Sierra says, I love both of y'all, but I love the guys too. And they was like, no, ma'am. You our friends, so you on our side, not theirs. And I agree, girl. Pick a side, pick a side, pick a side. Okay? So then Sierra asks Erica, what do you want to do? Like, far as your marriage, your relationship, what do you want to do about it? And Erica says, maybe her and Safari can have a serious conversation about where they stand and try to get on the same page so that they can continue in a healthier, happier marriage or move on if it's not going to work. You know, nobody wants to stay in a situation that's toxic and not good for either one of them. And I agree. Then we move on to Rashida and Kurt. Rashida said it's not easy keeping things together and keeping things on fire at home while maintaining their businesses. And I can understand that. That's a lot, trying to make sure your kids, your husband, your home is good and run a business. So I get it. So her and Kirk in the bed pretending to make love, and we didn't need to see that. Like, I'm good. I don't need to see that. Thank God their son Carter came in the room and interrupted and said he's scared. He think it's monsters in his room and he want to sleep in the bed with them. He crawl in the bed with them. They go to sleep. Thank God, because we didn't want to see Kirk and Rashida do anything on camera containing sex. Okay. So then we go to Sierra. Sierra went to a jewelry store to get her engagement ring appraised to see how much she could get for it. And her family, I think it was her sister and her cousin, if I'm not mistaken, they telling her they never saw it for KB, and they knew she wasn't in love with him. And she said she knew it wasn't going to work either, like a week or so after he proposed to her. So I'm glad she got out of it. I mean, why marry somebody if you know that he's not the one for you? So Sierra says it was 2 months after she broke up with KB, when she met her new man, her new boo, and that they was out. So then Sierra says she was in Dubai with her new boo, you know what I'm saying, after she left BK, and that she really thinks that her new boo care and love her. And I can see from what I can see in pictures, but pictures don't say much, but it is what it is. She like it, I love it. He's a nice looking dude, so I wish them the best. Then we move on to Young Jock. He has his own radio station in the ATL. That's what's up, Jock. That's what's up. And Yandy come to his talk show. By the way, I love Yandy hair. Her hair was so pretty. It was all curly and big. Like, I just loved it. So Yandy go on Jock talk show to talk about her going to protest for Breonna Taylor. And like I said, I love that Yandy is doing the Breonna Taylor thing. Couldn't ask for nothing better from her. Then we move on to Safari. Safari is home and he go outside and he see that Erica Mena has put their wedding photos in the trash. Girl, why did you do that? Like, y'all ain't divorced yet. Calm down. Then Safari go to the gym and Scrappy meets him at the gym. They start talking about life and being married. Scrappy said, not Scrappy, but Safari said that he happy when he moved to Atlanta, him and Scrappy became friends, got real cool, real close, because both of them are married, both of them have kids, and they have something to relate to. But Safari tells Scrappy, I wish somebody would have told me that life was so hard having kids, that he didn't know that life would be this hard. Well, not Scrappy, Safari, what did you think was going to happen, baby? Having children is very serious. Like, you have to grow up and you have to become a man and you have to be a father. I mean, It's no longer about you when you have children. Everybody needs to know this before they decide to have kids. So he said he's telling Scrappy about everything that's going on at the house with him and Erica, how she's yelling, screaming, and throwing things at him, cussing him out, whatever, that they got a 7-bedroom house and he been sleeping in the studio on a beanbag. So things look like it's been toxic at their household. And I think they need to seek some counseling and figure it out. Because that's not good. But Safari acting like he didn't know who Erica Mena was. You knew who she was when you married her. She was screaming, kicking, yelling, and doing all that on Love and Hip Hop New York. You knew that. You still married her. So deal with it. Then Savari look in the mirror while they at the gym, and he's saying things and telling Scrappy to repeat after him while they looking in the mirror. So he's saying, I want to be respected. And then Scrappy said. Then he said, I want to be somebody. Then Scrappy said. Then he said, I want my feet rubbed. Then Scrappy said. Then he said he want gold leaves in the tub. Scrappy repeats that. Then he say something about some oatmeal. Erica, about my oatmeal, you didn't want none, so why ask for some? You said it was nasty. Scrappy ain't repeat that shit. He was just like, yeah, what he said. And I hollered. Then we got the young baby Tate and her manager riding in the car on the way to the studio so she could shoot her video for her song. And she said it's a big deal. You know, she's nervous because of her performance that she has to do for her video. She says she want to be a role model for girls to look up to her. And I'm with that. Something positive, you know. And her video was great. She looked great. Then we move on to Sierra. Sierra is going back to KB's store for closure. She wants to ease his pain. Girl, why? It's over. You moved on. You done sold a ring. It's nothing else to talk about. You should have did that when you broke up with him. Why are you going to break up with somebody and just move on without a conversation? That don't make no sense. Sierra need to grow up too. So when she come in his shop, she say, oh, you know I love to shop, so I'm going to shop while I'm here. And he was like, well, you need to shop for homeboy too, because he ain't got no style. And she was like, oh, no, I know you're not talking about no other man, are you? Focus on us, KB. Focus on us. I would never spend my time focusing on the next chick. And I'm like, you better speak a word, baby. You better speak a word. Then they start talking about who cheated on who and why. And I'm like, nobody cares. It's over. Move on. Then, when Sierra told this man, take it like a G. It's over. I hollered. Do you hear me? Take it like a G. And she meant that. And I'm with her. Move on, bro. I hate a nigga that can't take the fact that it's over. It's over. Move on, boo. Because I have. Okay? Then we go back to Safari. Safari say, people always telling him you're married. It's time to grow up. And I agree, Safari. I like Safari. But in this episode, I was just like, Safari, are you acting for the cameras? Because I never known Safari to be this stupid or act this way towards any woman, yet alone Erica. Okay? So, yeah, but he need to grow up. Because you got children and another baby on the way. Erica is pregnant again, for those who don't know. So, yeah, you need to grow up, Safari. So then we go to Erica. Erica says she's at a breaking point. It's only been 1 year of marriage, and she's not in bed with her husband. Meaning, he been sleeping in the studio on his beanbag, like he been saying. And Erica has been sleeping in their bed alone. That's sad. But I ain't doing that. My husband is going to be in the bed with me, whether he mad or not. That's just how it goes. So then Safari says it feels like he hasn't seen Erica in a while. And that he's been sleeping in his studio. And Erica comes and sit down with him at the counter in the kitchen and tells him and says, has it been fulfilling you sleeping in the studio? Has it been fulfilling you? And do it hug you back? And Safari was like, what? Do it hug me back? Yeah, that's what she said. Do it hug you back because you ain't been in the bed with me. So obviously you think that beanbag gonna keep you comfy at night. So then Erica says, um, no, I'm sorry. Then Safari says he's been able to keep calm. And Erica says, keep calm from what? The hell you created? And Safari was just sitting there looking crazy, talking about, I haven't created no hell. But I kind of feel like you have, Safari, because the shit you've been saying since you've been on this show, it's hell for my ears. Shit. You don't want to take responsibility for your children. You still want to act like a child yourself. No, grow up, Safari. So then Safari says that Erica has changed a lot since they've gotten married. Um, Erica say he don't take the time to be into her like he used to. And I can understand that. Of course, before she got married, before she had a baby from you, y'all was able to do all the things you want to do. But now that you have a child, things are going to change. I mean, things can't stay the same. You got a child to take care of now. Like, come on, Safari, get with it. Erica was like, we supposed to be a team. Like, when I'm washing clothes, you could at least help me fold them, or you could fold them and put them up, or help me, like, when I'm tired and I need to take a nap, you could, watch the baby so I could take a nap. Like, we supposed to be a team. And Safari, like, we ain't no team. If we was a team, why did you put our marriage pictures in the trash? And Erica was like, you talking about wedding pictures in the trash while you went on a whole tweet, okay? Talking about you being married to me was the biggest mistake of your life, biggest regret of your life. Are you serious, nigga? At that point, I would have slapped the shit out of him because you doing the most. That So Safari said, yeah, because that's real life, putting our wedding pictures in the trash. And Erica was like, so tweeting ain't real life? And Safari said, no, that's not real life. And Erica just rolled her eyes and looked like, nigga, what? Come on, Safari. Do better. Then Erica says, you asked for this life that we created. You asked for my hand in marriage. You asked for this baby. And now you acting like you're not interested. It's not interesting for you anymore. And Safari said, I never said that. Then Erica says, Safari didn't want any more kids because when she got pregnant, how big she had gotten, and that he wasn't attracted to her when she was pregnant or something like that, to those lines. And that's something crazy to say. Because when a woman get pregnant, how dare you talk about the weight that she's gained because she's pregnant? Was she supposed to be skinny and carry your child? No, sir. Then Safari says, it wasn't that. I just didn't know how much work it would be having a child. But Safari, never mind. Moving on. Erica said, do you not like being married? And Safari says, well, nigga, that's not an answer. You had to think about it. That tells me everything I need to know. No, he don't want to be married. He don't want to grow up. And he don't want to take care of his children. Simple, plain point, period. So then Erica starts to cry and she says, I'm almost scared that you don't want to do life with me. And Safari says, you're so dramatic. So then they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I ain't finna go into all of that. Then Erica says, you don't know how to do real life. It's not a rap video every day, and I agree. Somebody need to tell them. I'm glad she did. So then they go back and forth some more. Then he tells her to get over it and do what she needs to do to be happy. And she said, and what is that? And he said, whatever you need to do to be happy, do it. And she said, so you doesn't care? And he said, no, I don't care. And she said, cool. Got up, walked upstairs, slammed the door, and it was over. Erica and Safari is toxic for each other. They don't need to be together. And yeah, I don't know if this is made for TV. If it is, kudos to them because it's very entertaining. But in real life, I would be very over Safari and done with his ass. For sure. So I give the season premiere of Love and Hip Hop ATL a B plus. It was good for what it was. And yeah. So I can't wait for the rest of this season to get to know the young baby Tate more and to see. Look, Rashida and Kurt, they could go. I'm tired of seeing them. Their storyline is tired, like them. They could have put bringing a new couple or something. But yeah. So don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.